Super Mario Kart was one of the most engaging titles on the Super Nintendo, inventing the kart genre with its innovative use of Mode 7 graphics, simple driving mechanics mixed with combat and classic Mario characters and presentation. It would go on to sell nearly 9 million copies worldwide, becoming the third best-selling game on the Super Nintendo. So when the Ultra 64 was announced at the Shoshinkai Software Exhibition in 1995, it was no surprise to see Mario Kart among the 30 games used to showcase the system. It was originally developed as a launch title for the Ultra 64 called Super Mario Kart R, but with Super Mario 64 being developed at the same time and the console already being delayed several times, Nintendo and Shigeru Miyamoto put all their focus on the platformer instead. It turned out to be a successful move because not only would both games end up becoming the top 2 best-selling games on the Nintendo 64, but they seriously needed to change this. Is it me or is this a little creepy? I can't think of anyone who doesn't like Mario Kart. Although I grew up with the PlayStation and Crash Team Racing was my choice in the genre, I always thought of Mario Kart 64 as the pioneer. I initially thought that it was the first in the series. I had no idea there was a Super Nintendo one until a few years ago. It's ridiculous, but like I said, I was a PlayStation guy.
Welcome to Mario Kart!
On single player, the only game modes are Mario Grand Prix and Time Trial. Mario GP is a 4-race series with all the characters competing for the Gold Cup, and Time Trial is all about posting the fastest time. You have 3 power mushrooms to start with, and it records the fastest lap and all 3 laps total, which auto-saves on completion. So no, there's no career mode or story where Bowser kidnaps Princess Peach with his flying monster truck. This was before Diddy Kong Racing. All 8 characters are from the Mario series, with Koopa Troopa and Donkey Kong Jr. being replaced with Wario, the main antagonist slash anti-hero of the Super Mario Land series, and Donkey Kong from Rare's Country series. There are 4 cups to choose from with 16 tracks total. While there are 4 less than Super Mario Kart, every location is different. Each character gets their own, like Bowser's Castle, Wario Speedway, and Donkey Kong Island, though I don't get why Toad's Circuit is a highway. These N64 tracks are so popular that apart from Wario Stadium, every single one returns in a future sequel, which is great because I love all of them. It looks very similar to Super Mario Kart with its power-ups and setting of racetracks, but with the Nintendo 64 hardware, the series made the switch to 3D, creating structures, grandstands, and elevation which felt like a breath of fresh air in 1997. Even the billboards are based off real-life motor companies, but this is only in the Japanese version, which was altered for the rest of the world to avoid legal troubles. It still looks pretty good for an early title. I mean, it has a low polygon count and the characters are 2D sprites, but it has lots of colors, no fog, a smooth frame rate, and great sound effects and music. It has that Mario charm that's almost impossible to hate. Each track is littered with obstacles to pass through, including bombs, animals, removal of barriers, and even set by the characters themselves. Rainbow item boxes are scattered on the track containing shells, bananas, power mushrooms, and stars. Opponent drivers always seem to fire an accurate banana split. It's not suggestive. Look! Coins that make you go faster are being replaced with the killer friendships, the spiky blue shell. A perfect way to sabotage the leader right at the end. Fortunately, opponent AI drivers can't obtain it, so it's only a nuisance on multiplayer. I forgot how loose the steering physics are. It's not bad, just not as precise as I remembered. Or maybe it's just because I'm more used to Crash Team Racing. It uses the analog stick, so at least movement is fluent. Though the optional use of a D-pad would be appreciated considering that analog sticks on N64 controls can wear overtime. The controls were designed to give the impression of a remote-controlled car, and considering how the N64 controller looks, it makes sense to me. If I was able to pick it up and play it as a kid, that alone proves that this controls just fine, even with a worn-out analog stick. At first I thought drifting did nothing because of the AI rubber banding, we'll get to that, but it's actually good around tight corners if you have the right character. Whenever the letters go orange, it'll give you a small boost. Although it doesn't indicate it, each driver has different accelerations, top speed, and handling, which comes down to the weight of the driver. It's very confusing for such a simple racer. And if you're playing solo, none of it matters, because one thing that never occurred to me was how much of a pain in the ass it was to win. Because as a kid, I just liked playing the game regardless of where I placed, whereas today I feel a little more competitive and always race to win. For example, the whole time I'm in the lead, then one banana slip on the last corner I finished 3rd. Here I mushroom boost 3 times, but I'm still immediately overtaken. I messed up the Rainbow Road shortcut, dropped to 7th, and was able to take back the lead. It isn't even a race. Basically, to win, don't run into a banana or shell near the finish line. This is exactly why I hate rubber banding in racing games. While it gives you a reason to go as fast as possible all the time, the AI is unbalanced, the best driver never wins, and it defeats the purpose of having an engine class. All it really does is increase the gameplay speed. It's not a game breaker and occasionally can be beneficial, but just knowing that you can catch up, or no matter how hard you try, you could be the best in the world at this game, at least 2 drivers will always be close. It's not exactly fair. Rubber banding is an outdated mechanic that should never be implemented in a racing game today. It's easily the worst thing about Mario Kart 64, but it's the only thing I don't like, and it doesn't apply to multiplayer gameplay. The best thing about Mario Kart 64. The stat differences for each character are only truly effective here, but more importantly, there aren't that many elements in a video game more powerful than the co-op social side. Because you're with your family or friends having a good time, it instantly makes a game better. It's something you can't describe. Believe it or not, this is actually the first Nintendo 64 game to introduce 4-person multiplayer modes. Versus is more than one player racing against each other. There's no music because of system limitations, but neither is rubber banding, which makes it a lot fairer and competitive. But the best game mode is Battle, which is set in an arena course. The goal is to take down the opponents with power-ups. Every time you get attacked, you'll lose a balloon. The game is over once all 3 are gone, and the winner is the last player standing. Although the races are more self-explanatory, the battle mode is tenser. I don't know why Mario Kart titles have battles set in arenas anymore. Mario Kart 64 is more of a party game than an arcade racer. The definition of a casual Nintendo 64 game. Mario characters, supports up to 4 players, and is easy to scroll through the menus and race. It's okay on single player, but tremendous on multiplayer. If you selected Mario Grand Prix, once you complete a cup and reach a podium spot, the celebration party is set at the Prince's Castle.
Congratulations! I got it!
And it's over after 15 to 30 minutes. Racing on all the tracks took just over an hour, and there aren't any unlockable characters or tracks. I guess Rainbow Road was meant to be the conclusion. Although if you get the gold trophy in the special cup in 150cc, you unlock the extra mode which mirrors the tracks. The lack of game modes probably explains why so many gamers found hilarious glitches and shortcuts video games today wouldn't allow. Or maybe they do this because they're fed up with the rubber banding and have to take drastic measures. Now that I come to think of it, Mario Kart 64 is basically Super Mario Kart in 3D. It's not innovative from a gameplay perspective, but back in 1997, that's all you wanted. It's so beloved that even though Nintendo sold nearly 10 million copies, making it the second highest selling game on the N64, finding one cheap isn't easy. If you think a cartridge is too expensive, you can also get it off the Virtual Console. Today there's a Mario Kart title for every single Nintendo console, but I'll always like this one the most. Sure, I'm a little frustrated by the rubber banding, but it introduced me to the series and continued to pave the way for other casual-friendly kart racing games including Diddy Kong Racing and Crash Team Racing. It transitioned into the 3rd dimension, it increased the multiplayer count to 4 players, and is still perfect for parties. It's one of the most influential co-op multiplayer games on any system, and I recommend it even today.